officially on fire.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they went to Washington last week and beat a division winner on the road, the only road team to win last week.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive. When you look at the trend of postseason home team success, it usually goes in their favor. Last year, home teams in the playoffs, 8-2. 8-2. And this year, we're looking at 3-1, another strong start for home teams. Seattle going to Atlanta. You got to imagine Atlanta is probably going to get the line, Vegas style. Home teams always getting the 3-point spot. But Russell Wilson playing, when we talk about Andrew Luck and you talk about RG3, it feels like they're the rookie quarterbacks. I think the reason Russell Wilson doesn't get grouped in with them is because he plays as if he's been doing this at this level for multiple years. And I think that's a credit to him. I think it's a credit to the coaching in Seattle. Matt Ryan led the Atlanta Falcons to a 13-3 season, number 1 seed in the NFC.
Oh, yeah.
But we've seen this story before.
Yeah, we have, Bob. I mean, it's shown me something with Atlanta. You got to be able to win in the playoffs in order to get my attention, and they haven't done it. Under Matt Ryan, under Mike Smith, 0-3 in the playoffs, and that includes in 2010 a 13-3 regular season. Having that first game, that divisional playoff game against the Green Bay Packers, and they came out flat on their face.
Yeah, flat on their face, embarrassed.
Yes, embarrassed. This game, they need to win. It's an absolute must-win for that franchise, for that fan base.
Yeah.
Atlanta, I mean, they've seen it. They've seen it before. I mean, they've seen it in baseball with the Braves. How good they've been, can't do it in the playoffs. The Falcons now, so good in the regular season, come up short in the playoffs. They need this game, not only for their team but for their city.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I'm a big believer in trends. And the trend of Atlanta not showing up in the playoffs after having a successful regular season is one that I can't help but look at and not ignore. Seattle, as you pointed out at the very beginning, on fire.
Oh, yes.
Russell Wilson playing out of his mind. Beast mode, really turning it on as we thought he would do going into the postseason, because that's usually what he does in big game scenarios and in postseason scenarios. On the road, Seattle's not as effective as they are at home. That 12th man in Seattle is definitely a force.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing to look past.
Definitely a force. I think what really helped Seattle was that win that they got against Chicago in overtime on the road.
Yep.
I think that showed them that they have what it takes to go out on the road and win a game. So I looked at that game that really propelled them down the stretch and got them into the playoffs. Now, in this game against Atlanta, you got to look at Matt Ryan. If he's able to protect the ball, to not turn the ball over, and is able to get his playmakers involved, i.e. his receivers, Julio Jones, Roddy White, then I think Atlanta's got a really good shot of winning this football game. But they're playing the best defense in the National Football League as far as points go. 15.5 points per game. That's what Seattle's given up. They give up 14 points in the first 2 drives against Washington. Nothing after that.
Impressive.
Very impressive. This week, obviously, they're not going to have Chris Clemens. Their D end tore his ACL against Washington. He's done. But even with that, I still like that defense. I like that defense. They're fast. Bruce Irvin, Earl Thomas in the secondary is making big plays, and their corners. I mean, come on. You know, Richard Sherman, Browning, those guys are for real. Pete Carroll likes those big corners. He's got them in Seattle. They're shut down. They're great. I look for them to really take advantage and be physical with Julio Jones, be physical with Roddy White. And Russell Wilson's able to get it done. Marshawn Lynch contributing over 100 yards again here.
Oh, yeah.
I like Seattle in this game, 24-15.
24-15, 2-score victory.
Yes.
I could get on board with that. If there's anything we could agree on in this game, it's the defense. Seattle's defense. That is a no-nonsense, hard-hitting, fast, aggressive defense that no offense in the NFL wants to go up against. They're not pretenders by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's just going to spell more unsuccess for Atlanta and all the postseason woes that they've had. They do have, obviously, a receiving core to be reckoned with, as you said, Julio Jones, Roddy White, and then you throw Tony Gonzalez in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, and then Jaquiz Rogers coming out of the backfield with the screen game, and Michael Turner still nobody to look down your nose at. But I think Seattle's defense gets the job done. I think their offense does more than enough with beast mode, Russell Wilson, and going into Atlanta for their second straight road victory in the playoffs. I think we're going to have to lock Seattle in on this one, Matthew.
We're locking Seattle in right there, second round of the playoffs. So for my NFC Championship matchup, I have the 49ers hosting the Seahawks. Bob has the Packers hosting the Seahawks in a rematch of the Hail Mary game.
Can't wait.
Brought to you by Jack Daniels. You're just not fun to be around without it.